So, really super happy for this episode, too. We have a very special guest, our friendly neighborhood Marvel expert, Megan of Vigilante Vibes podcast. If you need to know anything about Marvel characters, I went back and saw her video about the Doorman after watching Wonder Man. So, you need to know anything about any Marvel character. She's your person. Megan, talk to the people, let them know how you got here.
Well, I'm a non-toxic Marvel podcast, so you'll never hear me say anything that it's woke. There won't be anything about racism, homophobia, nothing like that in my podcast. It's all about loving the fandom and the characters. And I do a lot of character breakdowns. I have one coming out tomorrow, actually, about Vanessa Fisk and what actually happens to her in the comics. So a lot of things are going on, especially this year with so many Marvel things happening.
Love it.
Yeah, this is definitely Marvel's comeback year, if any, if we want to call it that, because I meant to pop that up
Here
too.
I am
with that logo, and come on,
there she is.
Come on.
With the shield and everything.
So real quick, we're gonna jump into our big topic of the night, and this is episode 4 of Daredevil Born Again season 2. So we're just gonna give a quick rundown real quick, then we're gonna jump in this thing super high. So one of the best openings I ever seen. The plot kicks off into high gear when Dex calls a fake tip about Frank Castle at a local diner, and just enjoying his milkshake with a smile on his face. That's when the AVTF stormed in, and Bullseye unleashes total mayhem using every form of cutlery and ketchup bottles that he could find, toothpicks, everything. Just like a G, pretty much. And he signed it. He signed that ass whooping with the Bullseye as he left as well. So we pick up to Matt Murdock. He's still trying to keep that legal side of Resistance alive, even attempting to recruit the Swordsman, who reminds Matt that Daredevil is now a symbol of hope rather than just a hero. Fisk is hosting his televised charity boxing fight at Fogwell's gym. It's called Scrap It in the Kitchen. That's what it said on that title. Scrap It in the Kitchen. Hilarious. Vanessa attends despite Wilson's warning. Bullseye crashes the event using that glass merchandise that our boy bought, stamped with Fisk's face as a lethal weapon. In the chaos, Bullseye targets Vanessa while she manages to wound him with that gunshot, a projectile, or the resulting sort of, carnage of the whole thing leads to that devastating cliffhanger where Vanessa is severely injured. The episode ends with a look of pure and primal rage from Fisk that signals the end of his little civilized mayor persona. That's the quick synopsis of it, but we're going to jump into it. Megan, with you being our special guest tonight, overall takeaways from this episode, because it was a very heavy Bullseye episode too.
Oh yeah,
he is so fine too. Like I was so happy. Oh my god.
I don't know about this. That smile is creepy though, Megan. Like he is.
I
weird.
People look at him and say, like, I think I could change him. I think he could change me.
I see him on the street, be like, bye, the other way.
For sure, man. For sure.
Look, you just got to connect with him, guys. Like, I think we really think outside the box. He just wants to be accepted.
It sounds like Megan, like Bad Boys, is what it sounds like.
Like, yeah. What do you want?
Okay.
Captain America? Like a Boy Scout? That's so boring. Like,
What? Oh, so you like, hey Bucky, come holler at your girl.
don't even get me started with that because I'll take the
All
floor.
right, let's not.
He's also so fine. God bless him.
Overall takeaways from this episode, Megan.
I loved this episode. People were saying that it was slower in the first 3 episodes, that it'll pick up, and they did not lie about it picking up. Although I didn't think it was slow in the first 3 episodes.
I agree.
This was nonstop, like all gas, no brakes.
For sure.
Yeah, and Doc, since you had you wanted to say your piece earlier before we got on here, your overall takeaway from this one, what was that you had to tell us about this specific episode?
No, you're looking at it. I told y'all last week she was my top choice of getting up out of here on this episode.
Same.
I told you.
Same.
Bullseye was tired of playing games.
Yep.
And he came in there to wipe everybody out.
For sure. So, Megan, just so you know, we have a thing called a lack of a better term, death card, where we fill that out to see who might.
I have a new name suggestion when we get to it.
Please give me something. But it goes into this. We're like, hey, we picked two people who weren't making it out of this year. I think we have Vanessa on our cards for it.
Yeah, all three of us. Number one pick was Vanessa.
Yeah. But this isn't to say that she's dead. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like
that's true.
It's not that far in there.
That's true.
Do we think she's
But
dead?
did you it was just all the blood. That's what fools everybody all the time. It's all the blood.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Because
it's just like,
it's
can't you see the next episode starting with Wilson Fisk in the hospital while she's like out cold?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
this isn't
the
how
episode starting with him going down on a tangent.
True, but this would, even if she lives or dies, he's still going on that tangent again. Which he's gonna. That's how we're gonna get Jessica Jones in here, is because he's gonna go on this tangent for vigilantes, and he's going into all the vigilantes' homes, including Jessica Jones.
Despite the fact that Daredevil saves him. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Which is why he didn't. That's why he didn't want to tell the public who he was.
Yeah.
Because he saved his life. So he felt he owed him something. But I'm getting off sudden. Look, check this out, feel me? So I thought the opening scene, freaking awesome. Your man Poindexter put everybody on Warner. You feel me? He came in, he smiled. He asked the lady, hey, what are y'all famous for? Let me get that young milkshake, and commenced to whooping everybody's ass in that entire building. And the fact that he stopped to tell that dude, hey man, dogs in a restaurant is unsanitary pimping.
Well, here's the thing. This man was eating diners lobster too.
Like, yes, he was.
Why would you eat a diner lobster?
Because you can, because it's in New York. You know what I'm saying?
New York.
You don't eat
it? At a diner in New York.
And what I missed?
No.
It's lobster.
You don't know.
It ain't no but a giant crawfish. It's just a giant crawfish, pimping. Are you throwing some water? Crab oil, let's go.
From. And if it's sanitary, you don't know.
It's New York. He has a dog. It's not sanitary.
That's what I'm like.
It's a point upon a point. You don't eat lobster in a diner. Now, if you go to Fifth Ave to any one of those restaurants over there, then yes, have the lobster.
Why would I pay $75 when I can get it for $3?
And that's why you don't buy it. But,
do you want to wake up with the tail? Do you want to wake up with the tail?
We mutant
well,
lobster,
one guy's
baby.
waking up with a tail in his face. He got killed with a lobster.
Hey, he really did.
He did get killed with a lobster.
He ain't waking up. He just wake up dead. If that's the case, he
gonna wake up dead.
Hey, wake up dead, baby.
Oh my goodness.
That's what happens when you go to heaven. You wake up dead.
That hold. I want to get this to Jen too, because Jen. Before we get any deeper into this thing, your overall thoughts of this episode too, before we jump really into it. I jumped off the cliff, just free falling.
I got a parachute.
Not free falling. He swan dived with 10 marks. Overall thoughts were Mother Hobbit by the end of it. I mean, from the opening to what we see through the rest of the episode, the pacing was so good. And then it's interesting how we start with Bullseye and then end with Kingpin with Bullseye in the mix. And then for me at the end of the episode, seeing Vanessa, my first thought was he hit the mark. That was my thought.
Yeah, and we'll you know what? Let's go to that part, because I feel like, well, there's still more. There's so more. There's a
lot in here, though.
There's so much more to cover.
There's so much more. But that, to keep it concise, those are my overall thoughts.
So he out here trying to atone for killing Foggy, right?
One good deed is what he was saying.
He said he just wanted one good deed.
Like he wouldn't have just killed him if he just looked at him wrong. Like, why are you putting that on Vanessa? You would have just, a bad day. He's like, I'll kill him too with a toothpick. Like, calm down. Get over yourself.
So he think that's gonna make everything right with him and Daredevil.
Somewhat of an atonement, you know. So, like, even
He
when they had
specifically
that,
says to him, I want to do the thing you don't want to do or you can't do.
Right.
and just seeing Daredevil's reaction within that when they were in that his apartment,
Yeah.
just his back and forth with him, like it's like I want to run at you and beat you to my fist get numb.
Hey man, he mule kicked.
But
the shit
then
out
I'm
of
like,
boy.
this isn't what what we do or not what I do anymore. I thought, I don't know if you know anything about me too. I love a good team up. With everything that's happening, man, we're getting off a little course too. My notes are right here, but I gotta ask this question: with everything's happening, a Daredevil Bullseye team up before the season's over?
We already knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
We already knew that was gonna happen.
So here's a question.
We discussed it last week, and the fact that we actually had an actual conversation where our guy is not trying to kill Daredevil's just like, I want to talk.
So now how does Karen take that if we both come back? If we
I got something to say about her
together?
too. Got something to say about her too.
So
I saw
when my man said, I love you, and she paused, I was like, hold up. What the problem is? What the problem is? And then when he bring him in there, it's gonna take everything in her not to shoot that dude in the head, bro.
She said I love you back, even though she paused.
It took her a minute. And I know he was listening for her heartbeat, and I know that's what she was thinking. He was listening for her heartbeat to see if she was telling the truth.
You don't think it was sincere?
I'm telling you, look, we gonna keep watching this joint.
I think it was sincere, but I think every time they say I love you, it could very well be the last. That's
how I took it, because from season 1, episode 1, when they first meet, like there's like a little nod toward my grandmother told me to never make this meal. That's for my future husband. And who's eating it? Matt Murdock.
We gonna see.
All I'm saying, I think that's gonna be the big blow up in the next few episodes, maybe even the next one when we get to it. But man, go ahead, man.
Let me say this, like, yeah, that's going to be interesting having that brought into the mix. Night. Brought into the good night, sweet girl. Brought into the mix because, like, we saw even with Matt, he was yelling him, don't say his name, don't speak his name. We're not doing this. We're not doing it here. He didn't even want to have the conversation. He was automatically deflecting, avoiding, trying to shut it down because he didn't want to talk to him. And with this getting into the mix and Karen being made aware of it, it's really going to challenge everyone's morale, because we've also been discussing how Karen's like, no, we have to push back. We have to shake up. We have to break the rules because the system is not working. And then you have Matt going, but the system still works. We have to give the system a chance. So you have that clash automatically. So if you add this guy in, how boiling over is that kettle gonna get?
So Megan, I saw you shaking. Which side are you on this one? I guess the legal route that Matt wants to take, or Karen just like, hey, if he's right there, we're gonna end it there.
I was shaking my head because, like, if you're a fan of the Daredevil comics, you know Matt Murdock's an idiot with this, and he's still doing it in the show. It's like, hey man, you're not a lawyer. You know, you like the legal system. I get it. That's cool. But no one else is playing by that rule. And let's not pretend you're holier than that when you try to throw
at every angle.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't try. He did.
Like, well, I'm saying you want to say, oh, I don't kill people. I don't do this. It's the Batman effect. You'll beat them into a pulp, but you won't kill them. But you definitely let Bullseye fall to his death in the first season. So relax.
I think you would.
Yeah, I mean, and man, I'm so happy you said it, because the whole Batman deal is what I was feeling. Like, you have a code, but that code's not working. And that's how you get people. I mean, this injustice stuff, that's how you sort of get Superman going crazy or Robin turning on you. You know what I mean? Like, you get those points. Like, hey, we don't kill. Like, yeah, but this concussion here that's going to put him in the hospital for 6 months is and this broken femur.
Hey, it's long-term damage Batman putting on the boy.
Yeah,
that's what'll kill him, is the crippling depth.
Yeah,
yes,
pretty much. But then we get to that. Okay, they've been advertising this fight or Kingpin just punching people.
Yeah.
For the entirety of this run so far. Doc, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna go to you first. Real quick question, man. Would you fight Kingpin?
No. Hell no. I ain't fucking with
Who
it.
in their right mind was the dude?
Because well, here's the thing.
Had a very good record. He was like 32
Just like old Martin.
32 and
Yeah, like old Martin. He thought this old boy thought this was an exhibition. Kingpin went in there to fight. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is your boy thinking this is an exhibition, and Kingpin is like, nope, this is a real fight. And then when he hit him, that's when he lost everything. He lost everything, bro.
Well, you saw like once Vanessa got there, and it's like he turned it up. Now low key, those punches hurt, but it was exhibition up until that point. And we saw like the crowd reactions too from it. Like some were scared and terrified, some were cheering at the same time. Jen, what does this at that moment in time, did you have a thought about how the city would sees Kingpin now?
You know, it was really interesting because I was really paying attention to the crowd shots because you had like and how it progressed throughout the fight. And I thought this was shot really well. As far as how they illustrated it. And I would love to hear Megan's thoughts on that too. Because at first everyone's there, they're there for a fight. Because as you guys know, when you watch a wrestling fight, you don't think of it's going to be that aggressive. Granted, there's real punches, there might be some blood depending on the hit you get. It's gonna happen. It would be silly to think that it wouldn't happen. But then like out the gate with that smile on Penn's face, and he just went for blood right away. And this dude sat down right away like, oh, like you see it on his face. And then it like the dial was going up.
I'm not standing up. I'm not getting out of that corner. I just did one round. I'm staying on.
But you saw his face, like he processed like he like the face.
But I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was dude's pride. He 33-0. Kingpin ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course he's gonna get up.
Well, no,
dude, he felt those punches that first round.
Yeah,
man,
and that's why he wanted his get back.
Boy,
so anyway,
now what he getting back?
So as the fight intensifies, you see the different reactions from the crowd and how the crowd starts looking at the fight differently. And as it got more aggressive and more aggressive and more aggressive, more people were in shock because you even saw people going, oh my God, oh my God. And then looking around like, is no one seeing what I'm seeing? And then the chief of staff next to her is kind of like, oh, okay. And then it was like a very gradual progression to where after Miss Vanessa showed up and that guy got a hit, he saw his way in, he took it, and that was it. And then everyone for the first time in that stadium saw the real Kingpin. It was like he was unmasked. But then you still had a certain percentage of people looking at him like, yeah, that was awesome. He took him out. But then there was more people of, did he just kill him?
Did he just kill that man in front of everybody? On live television.
Yeah, Megan, did you pick that up? Anything you picked up?
That's how I saw it.
Well, so I'm a huge MMA fan, so I watch every weekend. So when they get hit,
to you. This is nothing.
No, it was like that's good. That was good. It was a good round. But like when he hits the ground, I think this every weekend. I'm like, are y'all gonna check if he's alive?
Right?
Yeah. And like no one jumps up to do it.
Yep.
But so in the comics, Kingpin is very, very athletic. He's huge, but you'll always see him in the gym working out, doing these kind of things. So I do agree with Jen that everyone is seeing the true Kingpin, but the audience, like us, we're seeing the comic accurate Kingpin at his finest.
Yes.
And when your man started doing that Apollo Creed on that canvas, they should have called it quits. They should have picked my man up. They should have got him up out of there quickly because it took them too long to even get in the ring to pick him up, bro.
You know what? It's funny you say that because you know what I was saying the entire time.
Throw in the towel. There it is. Ivan Drago.
Dead.
That's hey.
Wow. I
I'll
was thinking the
never
same
forget Rocky
thing,
for
dog.
not throwing that tile, man.
Honestly,
Anyway.
like when they introduced the wrestler's last name was Melendez, I was like, you had to go that route. You could have gone any other route. Why a Melendez?
He's the Matador.
Oh, that's
Which
true.
also,
see,
like,
here's the-
Wilson Wildcard Fisk is a crazy good name for a fighter.
It
Like,
is.
Wildcard.
That is.
That's awesome. But also, I want to point out both him and Vanessa are wearing white, which kind of like stands for that painting that's gone back to the Netflix series that in this show got covered in blood. And look at Vanessa.
I'm so glad you brought that up because one of the things I thought about was, if I'm not mistaken, I need to go back and review the episodes. Isn't Vanessa in red the whole time up until that point?
She was.
Because I found that interesting because as we know from reading books, comic books, seeing a plethora of movies and TV shows, when someone's in any type of red, whether it's a red coat, a red flag, a red shirt, a red cap, you're like, oh, that person's gonna die. And the fact that Vanessa has been wearing red up until the fight and then changes in white, it's so noticeable.
I don't
It's
think
like,
she's been in red this whole show. This whole maybe
can't
this
remember
season,
fully.
but not this whole show.
Yeah.
That's why I have
Maybe-
to
yeah.
go back and review.
Because I remember
because-
her wearing some like trashy looking sweats when she was meeting with that
When
one
she was-
guy.
Yeah,
in the
she
alley.
did. She
Yeah,
did
like,
do that.
for-
She
like,
did do that.
I had that thought, like, wait, has Vanessa?
It'd be a
been
good thing to
red
go
the
look
whole
back
time?
and take a look. It'd be a good thing to take a look at this season just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
as you say
it-
red, it seems like the red shirt from Star Trek. I feel like everybody from wasn't that a running joke? Like
yes,
like there's the red
Yes.
shirt on
Yes.
the mission. Yeah, they're
yeah.
done.
But then you see that trope on other things too. So but I had that thought, like, wait, doesn't Vanessa wear red the whole time and now she's in white? If that's
Yeah,
the fact, that's such an interesting choice.
So even jumping back to, we get a quick, sort of some quick beats with Angela while getting the SD card to her homeboy at the food truck, and then him slipping it into BB's pocket.
Mhm.
So this is more of that. Here's the thing. I love the Mayor Fisk, I guess propaganda, not propaganda, but just the talking head, big head videos or whatever.
The
I
anti-Mayor
love
Fisk.
those.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those, man.
They're so good.
They're so good. Like they're so good, and it's mimicking a lot of stuff today. The whole show is, but
Yeah.
but
It really
even with
reflects our times.
so even just through this episode, we saw that Daredevil saved Bullseye too. Once Bullseye got popped with the gun, got a shot, still again flew and got Vanessa again. It was after Kingpin broke it with the title. So
Mhm.
was Bullseye really on the mark, or was that just a
A
happenstance
fragment
sort of thing?
from. So it could have been two.
Who's
things.
taking credit for that?
It could have been two things. It could have been that's Kingpin's fault had he not held that belt up and shattered that figurine. But had he not held that belt up and shattered that figurine, he was going to be dead because Bullseye was throwing that thing straight at him, straight at his
Bullseye
head.
was-
Or thought I had was, what if, because you see Bullseye hold it for a second, what if he did that intentionally, knowing Kingpin was going to do that, and the way the shards would break?
Now look, now we giving him too much credit now, Jen. Now come
But
on, now
that's-
he ain't figuring
but
out
that's
geometry in this
accurate,
thing
though.
right
With-
then, though.
Go ahead.
With Bullseye,
Go ahead,
he
Meg.
doesn't miss, and you
Yeah.
have to get comic booky weird with Bullseye, or you just have some assassin in a ski.
But doesn't that
mask.
count as a miss with Kingpin?
Not
Two misses,
necessarily.
as a matter of fact. Two of them.
Maybe he meant to hit who he hit.
Well, remember I said that too with the first time, that even though it looked like he was aiming for Penn, because we've seen him take so many ricochet shots. We saw it in the opening of this episode how
Yeah.
he ricocheted stuff. I wondered if he did that on purpose, knowing with the way the glass would shatter because how Penn would react. He got Vanessa first, and that was probably the same intention at the party, where he would have done some type of ricochet shot to take her out, even though it looked like he was aiming at Penn, because maybe his goal is to take both of them out. Because remember, she's the ringleader of whatever's going on.
And then people like her more than they like Kingpin. That's the problem. That's the other problem.
Look at
Ain't
the-
nobody
look at
gonna
the
explain to me why Mr.
conversation
Charlie Man so trash. How
Look
Buck
at-
shoot both of them?
Well,
I'm
no,
just gonna say, bro.
well, no, Doc, to your
Jumping now,
point,
man.
Doc, to your point, look at the conversation between her and the mayor.
Mm-hmm. She respects her more than she respects Kingpin.
Well,
And
that's
that's
why I
all
don't
I
think
do.
she's dead. That whole scene
Well,
would
yeah.
be useless if she's dead.
Because
No, that,
she was like,
that shard wasn't in far enough to get a full kill.
No, she's
So-
I was nervous because of all the blood. That's what I said.
So you think if it doesn't end in complete and utter like death for her, because you said you didn't say it was for nothing, did you? Or
I don't think he was aiming to kill them. Bullseye has done nothing but play with his food before he eats it.
True.
So
Because, like I said last week, what we were saying, he could have shot her in the face when she was talking to that doctor sitting at that table.
yeah,
He could
Exactly.
have shot her then.
yeah, he's just been playing with them this whole time, and he's could have very well just been waiting for Daredevil to show up, so he sees him do it.
Yeah. And then he
Mhm.
might forgive him for killing Foggy.
I mean, he won't.
Well, I don't know if that's a
Like,
forgiving thing. You know
No,
what
it's
I mean?
not.
Wow.
But that's his whole journey now, though. That's his whole point of atonement. That's why he went to see the sister.
So if Bullseye, if this was all a play of some sort from him, just to provoke Kingpin into being his real self, was that the complete and was that the
I
mission?
don't think it's that deep for Bullseye. I think he was just trying to make a stance and scare him and say, "Look what I can do. I can hurt you both whenever I want."
Because that's the
Because-
second time he's done it.
Yeah,
And
he's just
and
been
he just
messing
walked.
with them.
and he just walked through so many guys too.
Right. He's had a
And he
big
did
day.
it on live. Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt, but he did it on live TV.
Yeah.
Wild Fist was trying to do his whole mayoral, I'm a good guy type, exhibition type thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that might be
Mayor.
And
I'm
here's-
just saying that's a hella theory, Megan. I like that one though. But I mean, I never really thought of Bullseye just toying with you before he kill you. But I go back to when Colin Farrell played Bullseye. You right. You sure
It's
did.
very, very comic accurate because Bullseye at his core is a menace. He is just
Oh, for
causing
sure.
problems left and right. And he just shows up in fights. Like when he once killed Elektra, it's because she was hired by Kingpin as his security and as his workforce. And he did not like that he wasn't the golden child. So he just showed up on her mission and took her out. Like that,
Mhm.
this is very Bullseye.
And then another thing too, which could turn the conversation, but just to mention it, this is the second time Matt has saved Kingpin. This is twice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The crazy thing,
Yeah, I
is
mean-
you saved both of them this time.
He saved them both because he
He
had
did.
that gun locked on Bullseye. Like he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, this is gonna happen tonight.
Yep.
Because he was sure of it. But what was I really wish I still had the photo here, was because right before that, with that gun, you know what? I took it out. But with that gun, in the back, you could see the shard already in Vanessa's
Mhm.
head before she turned around.
Yeah.
Because I went back and rewatched it, and then I saw the clip too online after it. Somebody froze it there, so it was plain as day there. We just didn't see it. Obviously, our eyes were pulled somewhere else. But this escalates Kingpin, right? Like this puts him full on. Like, what do these next group? I know they came out with the mid-season trailer not too long ago, but where does this put? Where do we go from here, Megan?
That's such a big question you asked.
Okay, give me next episode. Then. Give me.
Hey, she had a look of panic for a minute. Like,
Why
wait
didn't
a
you buy me
minute.
first?
Okay, so real quick. Okay, so I'll give you a character, right?
Okay.
Next move for Kingpin.
I think we don't know what's next until we know what happens with Vanessa. I don't think
agree.
Vanessa's dead. I think we're gonna see Vanessa in the hospital because, spoiler alert, in the comics, she dies a few times, but it's never by Bullseye. It's never like this. Like one is by terminal illness, one is by Kingpin himself. So I don't think this is how she goes. They're giving her a lot of depth in this season, and like I said, what I can see happening with that mayor is like, see, he can't protect you. You're always in danger. You're the one that has to set everything right. Because in the comics, Vanessa also flips on Fisk and gets him put in jail. And we did see in the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that he is not mayor anymore.
Yep.
Also, another time we saw the hand in the trailer.
Yep.
She was revived and resurrected by the hand. So
okay. So real quick. So oh man, well, I got you there, Megan. While it's on you, and Doc and Jen, I'll go right back to you. From your Marvel expertise, how does this show these last 2 seasons since Marvel took over, since MCU, let's say joined the MCU, I guess? How does it stack up with the lore of the comics?
Really well. I mean, the Netflix show does as well. They're obviously adding what they can and can't do to it. They're changing licenses. Some stories just don't make sense on TV. So I think they're doing really, really well. Born Again, it's a very small story, so I'm not really sure why that's the title they went with. It doesn't really, that's fine. But character-wise, they do a really good job. But they've made some choices, like Foggy. He's dead.
Yep.
He's dead. Karen, she's alive. What can you do? So I don't like Karen, so like she can just die.
Oh, is she on your? Okay, Megan. So we'll revisit this. We might have it back on.
Yeah,
So,
hey, let's put a pin in it, baby.
Let's go ahead and get your death card real quick. So Karen and who else?
I think BB.
Yeah, we said BB.
Those are good choices.
Yeah,
so we'll
BB
revisit
ain't
those
gonna
two.
die.
Well,
Old boy gonna jump in front of the bullet.
Wouldn't it be like poetic for Marvel just to?
They was on a date. I'm trying to let you know.
Wait, Doc, hold on.
Wouldn't it?
I'm sorry, my bad.
Wouldn't it be like so Marvel to kill off BB in the same fight that killed her uncle?
That's why I don't think it's gonna happen though.
But I could
and
see
then
it
I think the boy's gonna protect her because he want that woman.
Daniel, yeah.
Yes, he want that woman. He ain't gonna let nothing happen to her. That's why he deleted all that trash off his computer.
Also, neither of them are characters in the comics, so they could do whatever they wanted with them.
That's true.
Oh, they're not?
Mm-mm.
That's true.
Nope.
That's interesting.
Like, I think that Daniel is going to grow into the role of Fisk's son because it was mentioned at that
an heir
dinner, an heir.
Yeah.
Fisk does have 2 kids, one with Vanessa named Richard, who turns into a villain. All this stuff happens. But they're obviously not popping out kids anytime soon. The woman's old and also bleeding out.
A shard of glass in her head.
Yeah, like there's no way. The only way is if they bring Typhoid Mary back, who marries Fisk.
Yeah.
Real quick, Dion, the other name I thought of for who we think is going to get it, I thought about maybe calling it the Black Spot, like pirate lore. When a pirate
gets black spot.
Yes.
Or just the blackout. Yeah, the black spot.
We could have a mole. He'd be like, walk the plank.
When a pirate gets the black spot, apparently that means they're next on the
out of here. Just like the dying hole on Madagascar, boy. Going to the dying hole.
So I'm gonna Doc real quick and Jen too. I gave Kingpin to Megan. Next steps for where you see Matt going, Doc.
Okay, this is what about to happen. Gonna run that down right quick. So, next episode is gonna open up. Matt and your boy Bullseye gonna walk through the door. Karen gonna lose her shit, and then right then Matt is gonna have to make a decision. Do I team up with this dude that killed my best friend, or do I go with my woman over here because she really upset and I love her? You feel me? That's gonna pop off.
That's all for him so far.
I mean, do you want more? Because I can keep going.
I'm good. We're good. Okay. We're good tonight. Okay.
Oh
Keep everything in the bag. Jen,
I mean, that might last a whole episode though. Karen is
probably will.
Pretty annoying.
Yeah, that's a whole thing that you have to unpack, I think.
Yeah.
Jen, your next steps for Bullseye. What do you see for him in the future?
I agree with Megan. I think our satanic saint He's playing with his food right now, and I do agree with the point that both at the party and at this fight that was on live TV, basically showing the inner workings and now the whole world on TV that no matter what, he can get to both of them and take them out if he wants to. It didn't matter that his security was there, his tactical force was there. He still got through, even though Vanessa clean blanked him like through the chest. He was still going, and in my opinion, that was like a precursor to he hit his mark, at least with her. And I really do think that with that thought of, you know, him throwing that ice thing and knowing Penn would react like that, that would probably happen. So I think for him, I also do agree with Doc, you know, because they've been foreshadowing this team up. So I think we're going to probably get another level of him going to them and wanting to partner with them. And we're going to see the struggle with both Matt and Karen with it. I'm interested to see how Karen's going to react because she's been pushed him out like, no, we have to go against the system. We have to go against the system. We have to go against the system. And this is a big way of going against the system. So there's definitely going to be another reach out. And I think at some point, because it's interesting that what you said, Megan, that the hand resurrects Vanessa. Because now I'm thinking like, wait, Fisk is not Mayor. If they're getting more comic book accurate and now we get the hand, what if that happens and she's the new big bad behind the scenes? Because Fisk is out of the picture. So now I'm wondering, you know, how Fisk is going to get taken out in some way, whether if it's by Bullseye or a different way. So I'm wondering if Bullseye is going to get at least one of his marks.
I mean, Fisk is probably going to just be in prison. There's no way they're taking Vincent out of the MCU. Like,
I know I wouldn't. Not at this point.
My only pushback on that is look what they did to Foggy.
Yeah, but this is no disrespect to Foggy. This is Kingpin. Like
Kingpin is the Marvel street level villain. He is the guy.
He's the guy.
They all work for him. Taking him out, it's just kind of like, God, they've done some pretty dumb things before, though, haven't they?
That's like think of everything that they have done in the cinematic universe that we were like, why would you do that? That's you just take this thing out when it dismantles it. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I saw Thor 4. I understand.
We all saw Thor. We all saw Love and Thunder.
Your man Vincent got in shape for this joint though. Like he went from skinny to big to let me get these weights, bro. He got, bro. He been hitting the gym because he didn't look like that when we was at Dragon Con.
Coming up 9:40.
He did not look like that.
Yeah, when I saw him, he was quite thin last year at GalaxyCon. So I thought, like, seeing him, I was like, "Is it a suit? I don't know." They said 325 pounds.
I saw that.
He looked every piece of it. To be honest with you,
yeah, like he did.
Good for you, Vanessa.
Was not playing.
And she gonna come in walking sexy like she on a James Bond. Well, you'll get your ass, man. Distracting my dude like that. Oh, why she do that, man? Why she had to walk in that door and do that right there? He already asked her, "Don't come here, woman." He knew something was going on, man. He was trying to protect her. That's all he ever do is try to protect this woman, bro. And here she comes trying to walk sexy. You think that's him though? You think he been in? You think he been hitting weights? You don't think that's him?
Those look comically big to me, man. Like
those things look large, don't they? They look large.
If you look at the triceps, they are very much.
I will say
like his arms almost look like Arnold's.
At least here up, perhaps.
Yeah, that's what
I would say this when they did the reveal of taking off the robe, I believed it. I was like, "Oh dang, he's huge." I didn't question
great makeup.
Yeah,
that's some great makeup.
Just saying, this is what you do for Kratos. Just saying.
Yeah, because like his head, his neck, all of it does not match the body fat count the rest of the body has.
Yeah, man, because he's not that big. Like I feel like we've seen him recently, but he's not that big. But real quick before we move on to our next thing, Bullseye versus Hawkeye. Who wins?
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Hawkeye.
Why?
Because Hawkeye because he has shit that blow up.
Hawkeye wouldn't even hear Bullseye coming. Hawkeye's half deaf.
No.
Yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
And then he'll shoot him like this from behind, like bam, blow up, boom. It's over with. Bullseye out of there. And
No.
let me ask you something, Megan. Why
I
Bullseye,
think
all
this-
the money he got, why don't he wear bulletproof shit?
Who, Bullseye?
Yes.
Because he's crazy. He's
So he
crazy,
wanna feel the
Doc.
bullets.
He's bananas. This dude's ordering a banana milkshake at 10
This dude
a.m.
got
What do
all-
you mean?
Oh, he is.
Why you didn't put on the t-shirt with knives, bro?
He doesn't need.
Megan, I thought this.
At one point in this episode, before Vanessa got the jump on him because he did not know she was strapped, when did he need a bulletproof vest?
You right.
Yeah, 'cause he
always get
walks-
He never needed one.
Man.
And even if he did, he's someone who hates himself so much, he doesn't care.
That part. Because it's his psyche. Like when you think of his psychological part of his brain and the way he views himself, the world, he doesn't care about that. Like I could just see him say, F it. I'm going on.
Yeah,
With
he's
that
like, I
point,
deserve
Megan,
this.
With
That's
that
fine.
point, let me ask you this. Because if he don't care, why is he doing this?
Why doesn't care? Do
If
you
he
think he
don't
just doesn't care
care-
about anything? I'm
Yeah,
saying he
like, why
doesn't
is he
care about
doing
the
this?
damage takes him because in his head, he deserves the damage he gets, whatever it may be.
Okay.
But
That's
he
why-
does
that's why
care
he
about all
goes
of
to church.
this.
That's why he goes to church to see that sister.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just saying, bro, it's a lot. And then whenever you make a phone call talking about Frank Castle in the building, you already know they coming guns a-blazing. Out the gate.
He said, shit, he has a gun.
Yeah.
Can we go back to one character we didn't really talk about too much?
Mr. Charlie.
Make it
Thank
quick.
you.
Let's go quick, real quick.
Mr. Charlie.
His two
What?
dudes was trash, by the way. I'm just saying.
I am wondering so much more. Who is he working for? Because the way he just shows up, he's really in control, and the way he's pushing Fisk. And I don't know if he was completely surprised about his two cronies getting bye-byed. I really think he expected that. So I found that whole interaction very interesting. And the reason why I found it interesting is because we are seeing Fisk with him unraveling slightly because of how he is starting to lose a little bit of control with everything that Matt's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So-
make any insight into? Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're right. Here.
So if you remember the first time we met him, he was saying like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Just kill the people you work with. Who cares? There's always more." He's showing you, like, I think this was a test, and he was showing like, "Kill him. Go ahead. I want to see if your guy can do it." And he did. But also,
Yeah.
Mr. Charles in the comics, he's not a big character by any means stretch of imagination, but he does work pretty high up for Roxxon.
Mm.
So, and Roxxon was just in Wonder Man.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were.
So that's something to
Mhm.
think about.
So then what's your opinion of Charlie in this show as far as how they're displaying him so far?
I'll be honest with you, Jen. I'm kind of rooting for him.
Okay.
I want to see what he can do. I want.
He is so charismatic. I like him.
And they
he's
got the
just
right
so
actor
nice.
to play him too.
I know. I would die for this man, but like
Yeah.
Mr. Charles, I love a bad guy. That's why I like Bullseye. I love a guy that we don't emphasize with, that you don't have to say, "Oh, maybe this is his childhood." I like when they're just bad to the bone, and that's what he feels like to me. And I want to see how weird he is.
So
No,
since you do like Bullseye, Megan,
Yeah.
you've had about what 2 to 3 people, 3 maybe people play Bullseye? You like all of them across the board evenly like that?
No.
You don't. You don't.
Just what's this guy's name? Wilson
Where does-
Bethel? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yes.
guy, because he feels like Bullseye to me. The other ones, they were not bad by any means. I'll never say they did a bad job, but they didn't connect to the character like I would see from someone who I've read about for years and years. This is
Okay,
bullseye. This is as close as it gets.
So, with that being said, this did nothing for you.
I knew you was gonna pull. I knew you was gonna pull it up this week.
This does nothing for you.
It does something for me, but nothing negative.
That.
Nothing positive.
It's
just
not
like-
in a good way. I told you that was man. I told you that scene was
Like,
trash.
why'd they put that on his head? Why is he so
It was-
bald?
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I
Yeah.
did not like that.
Why does he have a mustache like that? Like, what are we doing?
Can I take it a little bit further? Unless he's like this in the comics, Megan. I don't know. You tell me. Why do they have to make him bald?
He's not bald in the comics.
Thank you.
Well, like you don't really know because he's always in
always in his
suit. But before, he's not bald. This was
Hey,
just a
wait.
choice.
Then why we do it? Then why we do it?
I don't know, and I don't like it. I'm not
Say
against
so
bald
they could get a
people.
suit.
I'm not against bald people, but I feel like if you're like Bullseye, someone trying to hide in the night, I can see the moonlight off your head. I can
Well,
see
no,
it.
like here's my thing, and I don't want to get too far into this. I don't like that in 95% of films where there is a bad guy, how it's a bad guy or a bad woman, they're usually bald. We don't have a lot of positive bald representation of men or women if they're not mentally deranged, sick, psychopaths. I mean, look at all of Dune. The Harkonnens in the book are not bald. They have black hair, but that was a intentional choice for the storytelling.
Creative choice.
I do not. I just don't personally. I don't like that.
The only thing I've like thought there's this whole time you've been saying that I was like, who's the girl from Wicked? Cynthia something.
Elphaba.
Yeah, the actress. She drives me nuts, and this whole time I'm like, that's her. That's who you're talking about. She's crazy. Yeah. Like with her fingers and all that. Oh my god. Oh my God.
Her nails are super crazy
They
long.
creep me out.
But
That is her vibe. But as a woman with nails, but I don't have them that long. I don't know how she does it.
yeah. But hey, Doc, you know, I think we all may know this. Every villain, every Tyler Perry movie is a big bald black guy. Like, remember the first few?
Well, except for the dude that shot the big bald black guy.
Well, the dude from Law and Order. It's usually the dude from
My point.
The dude who used to be Law and Order. Remember him?
Why we gotta be bald?
Well, to be fair, if you're pouring hot grease on the bad guy, he's not growing hair back.
No, but oh my god, his brother is
That's different, but still.
Your boy from Paid in Full.
From the Wire. Yeah.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah, who was he in the Wire?
Something Woods. He was on Remember the Titans.
Yeah, he was
Strong Side.
Right side. With that being said, let's go ahead and Strong Side. So we're here every Wednesday, 9:05 p.m. I'm trying to catch up to where I am. 9:05 p.m. on Wednesdays Eastern Time. Here we are here live every week. We're going to be going through our Daredevil review and everything too. Also on April 29th, we have Eric and Julia Lewald from the X-Men, the showrunners and the writers from the first X-Men, and then they're executive producers on there. So we'll be talking with them live here in about 3 weeks. So that'll be fun for us to jump into that.
They're super, super sweet people. You're gonna.
They've been their messages between they've just
very
been
kind,
the nicest. So much.